God damn it!
What were you doing?
I was going for the world record.
Of what?
You know, in Final Fantasy Crisis Core, there's the infamous squatting mission. Where you press X to do squats.
Isn't that part of FF7 regular?
Squatting?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure whatever it is, it's in Crisis Core as well again. Am I missing any comments? No. Alright, we're good. Anyway.
So, got anything interesting to talk about?
Yes. So, on a bet. On a bet.
Oh no.
I lost the bet, so
oh
you know
no!
exactly where this is
Not
going.
again!
Oh.
You keep doing this to yourself.
So I lost the bet, and I watched the Atelier Escha Logy anime.
Why would you? Why would you do that to yourself?
Why would I do that to myself? Good question.
So, how was it?
Alright, it was actually an anime.
Actually an anime.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good start.
That's a good start.
Well, that depends on what kind of anime it is.
It's basically anime. By the way, the cover for Escha Logy has all the girl characters except Freya on the front. And it says Escha Logy, but there's no Logy on it.
That's seems legit.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure no one likes him anyway.
Nah, Escha totally doesn't like him.
I mean, you guys didn't choose to play as Logy in the Let's Play, so...
I mean, we wanted to play an Atelier game.
Yeah, we want to play an Atelier game, Logy's 2 RPG.
And we played an Atelier game.
Yep. It was very Atelier. But yes,
we win
the anime actually brings up some stuff that the game kind of fucks up. There's a bunny in here.
Huh.
Give me the creeps. Oh no, I'll do bad things to them, I'll show them. Alright. Oh, I accidentally hit it! But anyway, so the anime, right?
Yeah.
The anime, so there's a couple stuff that, there's a couple of stuff that they explain better than the game. For example, Neo. Well, there's a lot of differences between the anime and the thing, right? But first off, Neo, right? Remember the part at the end where it's like, oh, why can Neo hear the person say things? They give a better explanation for that. In the game, remember that they said that Neo might be a relative of Flamu.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking impossible. So the one that the anime gives, the explanation the anime gives is that because Neo was an elemental spirit herself during the events of the last game. Yes, there's a lot of... Wilbell was actually a character in the anime.
Wow.
Like, they fleshed her out a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. Especially during the mandatory hot spring scene.
Of course there's a hot spring scene. Why wouldn't there be?
Absolutely mandatory. It's funny because the hot springs, the reason they go to the hot springs in the first place is because Wilbell has to do something.
Okay.
Because she's a witch in training, so she has to do witch stuff.
Okay.
Right, so she manages to trick everyone into going to the hot springs, where the Fire Lord is.
That's a good place for a Fire Lord.
Yep. I'm sure you love that character.
Don't tell me did they?
Did they what?
Did they actually flesh out the Fire Lord?
Yes, they give her more of a role.
Wow.
For one thing, Wilbell actually recruits her in the last episode.
Wow.
Well, and by recruit, I mean recruit for one day. For one time only. Exclusive offer. But yes, they actually flesh out the Fire Lord a bit. Or give her more of a role than just giving you a thing. Oh. But anyway, so they flesh her out a bit. They give her the Fire Lord voice, obviously. They have, so when they're in the hot springs, they actually bring up the Lucille event.
Okay.
Where Lucille asks Escha how to grow bigger.
Oh.
Because that's a mandatory cutscene they need to bring back in the anime.
Why with Escha though?
Because Thuria wasn't there.
Oh, was Freya not in the anime?
Freya was in the anime, but she had literally like 2 scenes.
So it's like the exact opposite from the game.
Yes. Alright, let's go.
Wonder why.
Yep. Alright. Domain of the chimp. Alright. So Neo's actually an elemental spirit because she was in the last game. So obviously that's a better explanation than the one they gave in the game. But that's alright. But so Lucilla asks Escha how to grow bigger. Escha obviously interprets the question wrong because she has to.
What does she interpret the question as?
It's the same thing.
Oh, the same way that Freya interpreted it?
Yep.
That's probably even more awkward.
Yep. They're like, oh no, the person who mistook it was actually Watashi! Anyway.
Oh no.
That was an... Ow. I think I die if I don't get this, so... Thank you. What the fuck?!
Wow.
Fuck you! Fuck you, guy!
Hey, at least you don't die.
Alright.
Someone actually responded to like a thing I said in the credits part where I asked, like, I wonder who the voice actors are. Someone actually responded to that in the comments.
Wow, people actually care about this game. Jesus Christ. But yes, other differences. They skip a bunch of the things. For one thing, they explain what the purifying water is actually used for.
Huh.
Like she uses it to depollute the well in the village, and then they go to the ruins to solve the problem. It's actually fairly fleshed out. They flesh out that, but they don't flesh out other things. God damn it! Again!
Wow. This is consistent.
God damn it!
This is consistent in the worst way.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what else happened in anime? Oh, Linka's event. Well, first off, Lucille and Linka's event happened way early. Lucille's event happens immediately, pretty much immediately.
Huh.
And so they find out who she is and how bad she is at doing things. And in general, just how bad of a person Lucille is. Because she's rich and snotty and everything. Yeah.
Is she snotty?
She actually isn't. She's pretty cute. She's actually pretty good character. She's a pretty good character. Brendan Freya, at least.
I assume Rayfur was there too?
Rayfur was there, but he was...
This is going even worse.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got one more! I'm the best! You could probably memorize the pattern to that, but I'm not good. So I'm not gonna. Alright.
Clap your hands to make a star.
Mm-hmm. So Lucille's event happens early. It's basically the same as in the game, but Linka's event. All right, Linka's event. The first Linka sister actually comes around.
Okay.
The first Linka sister was there in the last game as well. And she thinks that she owns the 8th Linka.
Oh no.
Yeah. So at the same time, so in the anime, the first Linka is attacking Wilbell, and Wilbell's pissed, so she blows up the city. Of course.
Yeah, that's logical.
And then the third one is the third one and just drinks herself to death, basically. It's pretty funny because they have an investigation on the Linka situation. So then they find Linka trying to attack Wilbell, and then Linka comes out of the bar to attack Linka, and then the other Linka's like, oh, this looks like fun, and then starts joining in the battle.
Oh no.
I'm sure you understood that, but that's alright.
I might have understood it, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But only maybe.
Maybe.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. So what the bet then, right? Yeah.
Yeah, what was the bet itself?
What was the bet? I prefer not to say.
Oh.
Oh. What?
It was personal business, huh?
Personal business. Involving politics, obviously. Oh yeah, speaking of politics.
Oh no.
Speaking of the mandatory 5-second politics section.
Oh no.
Everyone knows what's up. So who wants to... Oh.
Is that what's up?
Oh. Pretty much. So basically, setting the world record for shortest time employed before being fired. Negative 15 days.
Not even getting to be part of. Not even getting there. Just. Oh yeah, you have clones. Have fun.
I have clones and ghosts following me. But yes, not even officially having a job, but still managing to fuck it up anyway. Scaramucci. Alright, so for those who don't follow politics because it's boring and predictable right now, there's a guy, his name's Scaramucci. He was basically hired to do something in the White House. So because it's such an honor, he decides to sell his company out to someone else. So he sells his company to work for the Donald Trump. How many do I have? Let's have a roundup first. Alright. I have 7, 8? Looks like 8.
This looks silly.
Yep. But yeah, so he sold his company, and then he sold his company to someone. Look, I missed. Thank you. So he sold his company, right? And then he started working with Trump. Then he went with Trump to the Boy Scout Jamboree thing, right?
Yeah.
And missed his wife giving birth to his son, which is very unfortunate. Like, I kind of feel bad for the guy, but he made that decision, so, you know, tough.
Sucks to be him.
So tough. Anyway, he makes the decision, right? His wife files for a divorce because of that. Probably because of that, at least. So now his wife files for divorce. Then he makes a phone call to a reporter, ranting about leaks and going off on Bannon Priebus and stuff, and saying stuff like, "I'm not Steve Bannon. I'm not trying to suck my own cock."
And then he gets fired.
That was recorded, so it's the best thing that can possibly happen to a politician ever, or a person who works in the government. Having things recorded, imagine that. But yes, a mess all around. He gets fired. He gets quote-unquote fired in 11 days. Right? So the joke about being fired in negative 15 days, he doesn't even have a job. He didn't have a job in the White House in the first place. He was probably going to get one at one point, but I guess those people saw the things that were happening and were like, oh.
Oh.
That could be a lot of politics.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, you poor thing. But yes, that was an entertaining week. The Donald is still defending him. They have a brand new conspiracy theory where he was hired to do one job, and that's to get people to resign, and they resigned, and he left, and he did his job for America, which explains why he didn't get paid at all, and why he was quote unquote ushered out of the White House. Like, I find that completely stupid. If he was doing his job, why wasn't there any transaction in the first place? Like, he sold his company. He sold his fucking company to do that stuff. To get humiliated in public. So I'm very dubious about any conspiracy theories on the matter. But then again, they're conspiracy theories, so I'll take them with an ounce of salt. Ounce of salt. Ounce? That's too much. Ounce is probably too much.
A grain of salt? Or smaller than a grain?
Smaller than a grain. Just like a...
Like an atom?
What? Oh, atom's too little, though.
How about a molecule?
Molecule might be enough.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Oh! The magical disappearing act. That's actually pretty neat. I wonder how they do that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Thank you.
I guess this Luma must have been a very musical Luma.
Yep. Yeah. I was referring to how they did it in the game, but that's alright too.
I mean, this Luma turned into this galaxy.
Yep. I blame him for everything. Oh, the state is saved, though.
Interesting.
Yeah. The state of the enemies is saved too. Uh-oh. That could have ended that poorly. Fuck you.
Wow, rude.
Alright. Alright, you didn't even reach that. Okay. Oh hey, look at that! But yes, what else happened this week? Or the previous weeks for that matter?
I don't know.
I play Final Fantasy Crisis Core. That is an experience. Jesus fuck. I'm playing it on hard mode. I'm playing on hard mode, okay?
Why would you do that to yourself?
I have no idea. Hard mode is unfair squared. Like, basically, so just to underline how hard mode is, right? There's a certain mission called rematch with Bahamut, right? Because you fight Bahamut once and he does things, right?
Yeah.
In normal mode, his limit, Bahamut's limit break does around 900 damage. In hard mode, his limit breaks does 2,000.
That seems fair.
Yeah. In order to survive that, you need HP up. You need HP up. Like when I first fought him, it was the quest told me that that the quest was going to be normal difficulty. What a fucking liar!
Maybe normal difficulty for hard mode.
For normal mode,
For normal mode.
I guess. Oh no. The idea is that I was playing it right. I'm getting far along. I'm learning his patterns, right? I'm giving him the business. I'm getting lucky with all my limit breaks on the roulette wheel. Uh-oh.
I saw that coming.
Yep. So I get lucky on the roulette wheel, and then he instant kills me. I'm like, oh.
Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it did.
Yep. So I'm playing. So I'm like, this is hard mode. So other than that, fairly enjoyable. Oh, come on.
Why do you keep doing that?
I thought I was on the top of the yellow platform. Apparently not. But anyway. Level up is determined by a Wheel of Fortune. Basically, the idea is, in order to level up in that game, right? You have to have there's a secret experience meter that you get for defeating enemies that they don't tell you, show you, or indicate exists. So you feel as if leveling up is by chance, which is why I was standing still. I was running around the battlefield for like about a few minutes, doing absolutely nothing, hoping something will happen, and nothing did. So that game sucks. But yes. So in order to level up, you have to have enough experience, and then you have to roll the Wheel of Fortune. And if you're lucky, which is about a 2.3% chance every time you get a spin, you enter modulating phase, which is the only mode that has the potential of giving you certain benefits. Right? In modulating phase, 2 of your faces have to line up. Depending on whether all the faces are the same, you get a limit break, which does something. Oh. Aww. So limit break does something occasionally. But most importantly are the numbers. If you roll 3 7s in a row, it's a level up, right?
Okay.
For the most part, that's guaranteed as long as you have an experience. But it's not guaranteed.
What?
Yep.
That sounds like quality top game design.
Yep. And there's also this. And there's also. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Yep. We're probably going to have to. Is this bird? Yep. It's birds. All right. So for the most part, it's guaranteed, but it's not really that guaranteed. So you'll end up skipping a bunch of battles, thinking it won't matter.
And then it does.
Yeah, it does. Unfortunately for you. So suck a dick, and so you get to eat a dick. But
Could you hand me my
another.
phone?
Huh?
Could you hand me my phone?
Your phone. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
In the event that I get called again.
Yep. So
Ow.
Jungle Blizzard Race. So this will probably be at least the third to last star, maybe this episode. Who knows? So another RNG thing about it is that you have these equipment called materia, right?
Yeah.
That does spells and gives you buffs and all that shit,
Like
right?
in FF7.
Yep. So materia only levels up through the roulette wheel.
Oh
And
no.
the way to do it is that you have to match 2 of the numbers 1 through 6, and the numbers correspond to which materia in each slot. So you get 4 in the beginning of the game, which becomes 6 later.
So you could actually end up leveling up something in a slot that doesn't exist.
No, you can't. They just don't allow you to do that.
Or you could end up picking a slot that doesn't have any materia.
Yeah. So that's a bummer in the beginning of the game, at least. But like the dumb thing is, right? That's how you're supposed to level up your materia, right? And materia is kind of materia leveling is kind of slow because you're basing it off of RNG, like actual RNG. There's nothing you can do to influence it, besides maybe other materia. But you know, either way, it's a lot of bullshit. Basically, is what I'm saying. Another bullshit thing about Crisis Core, the difficulty. Oh yeah, some of the limit breaks though. Like, there's an item you get called the Cactus Thorn, and what that does is that gives you the ability to add Cactuar on your DMW. I don't even know they don't even give you the full name in the game, so I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's probably in a different game, so I don't care. Alright, so that was easy, because that was basically free. Anyway. I'm almost dead though.
No, you're not.
Yep. So I got the Cactuar item. We have to defeat Cactuar, which basically kills you in 2 hits, and every time he hits you, you get stunned, so you can't move. And there's a required battle in order to do that, where you have to fight 3 Cactuars at the same time. They all do more than half of your health, and then they stun you. So if you get stunned, you're basically dead. And then you have to restart the mission, and then fight the battle again, and then die again. It's so fucking God!
So why are you playing this?
I don't know. I have no idea.
This isn't your bet, right?
Was this in a bet?
This was not a bet. This was on my own.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I am hard. This is. I'm putting the hard in hardcore.
Don't.
But yes, it is a bad game. Do not play it. But also.
I mean, you're playing Ace Attorney. You think it's not a good game?
Well, I'm being forced to by this idiot over here.
I mean, I'm not the only idiot in this room. I'm looking at him right now.
Yes.
We're both idiots.
Yes. So Final Fantasy Core, not a good game for this.
You're an idiot for playing Crisis Core on your own. I'm an idiot for playing Ace Attorney on my own. We're both dumb.
Yep.
That's why we're friends.
Yep. God. So, like I said, some limits being OP. The Cactuar's limit break, when you finally get him after so much pain and suffering, right? Is the 1,000 Needles that's so popular among them, I guess. But you get 1,000 Needles. At level 5, it does 2,000 damage. Alright? 2,000 damage fixed. 18 times. It does 2,000 damage 18 times to all enemies on screen. Let that sink in for a bit.